Yo, 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 Aquarius, it's Street Level Spirituality coming at you with Hangin' With mid-April 2021. Aquarius, what's up? It's going down. We doing this. Oh, we got some beats going. Yeah, buddy. Yo, 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 yo. It's Tuesday morning. Come on, camera. Auto exposure. Come into the light. Choose me. It chose me before. Choose me. Choose me. Choose me. Alright, how about this? Go away. Choose me. Well, everything was fine a second ago. There we go. I wonder if I stare at the camera real close. Focus on me. Autofocus. So dark. Why is it so dark? Come this way. Come back to my face. Here I am. There we are. It's kind of dark still. What happened to my auto exposure? It's not auto exposing. Anyway, well, it's my new setup, so everything was fine a second ago. What happened? Why you no like me? Yeah, it's really dark, and it wasn't. What happens if I go? There we go. No, come back. Well, I'm gonna go back into auto mode. Let's try it out. Hey, this is called Hangin' With, so if you like to hang out, this is the place to be, dude. I ain't rushing through nothing here. Okay, mode. I press mode, and then I go. I press this Q button up here, and then I go auto. Where my mode's at? Mode. There we go. So let's go into full auto. How's that? What's up, Aquarius? We doing it? What happened? It looks so good. Now it looks like crap. I'm all red. There we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, Aquarius, well, I ain't gonna fuck around with this anymore. Everything was so good. And it just stopped working. Anyway, this is Hanging with Aquarius, mid-April 2021. I don't know what happened. It doesn't like me anymore. It says it's supposed to be intelligent, but it's not very intelligent, is it? Well, yeah. Well, I guess if I get close, it's kind of working, and then it gets dark again. I don't know, it's weird. I don't know. I'm just going to be in the dark. And I did make your screen on your reading this month black. So I'm starting to notice a theme already here. Let's go to the tarot screen. Look at this. What's this? Cards. Everywhere. Cards. This is Hanging With, blah, 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 blah. I always tell people Hanging With is where we hang out. Not supposed to be fancy, not supposed to be cool. Not polished like all the other readings out there. Not fast. This is for people who want to chill and just talk about life and stuff. Let's play with some buttons here. That's so weird. I don't know why I'm so dark. I did it before and everything was really good. Why am I so dark? I'm in the dark on something. What's a girl? Well, let's go to filters. Let's get rid of these filters. Don't need those stinking filters. Well, geez, we're almost hitting 6 minutes and we've got no content. Why is it so dark? Oh, I guess that's just what's happening this morning. Shuffling. Aquarius, so I only give readings to signs that I vibe with, and Aquarius is an air sign. I typically vibe with earth and water signs, but Aquarius have been showing up in my life such big time, like I can't even stop how much Aquarius is in my life. So confused. I was like jamming on this thing for like 30 minutes. Oh, now it's, oh, I put my arm up and then it gets... Oh. Interesting, huh? If you get in the dark, everything gets lighter. I chose black for your screen. Noticing a theme, Aquarius. Because after this reading, I'm going to go into manual mode and adjust my exposure manually. But I'm noticing a theme here of if we go into the dark, everything gets light. What do you think about that, Aquarius? You're getting a reading, you didn't even know it. What do you think about that? Right? So the shadows creep in collectively when you hang out by the emotions, by the moonlight, by the fire at night. We light a fire to keep a focal point of warmth to get through the night, to get through the emotions, right? A central point of security and safety. And we sit by it for the duration of the evening until the sun comes up in the morning. It's not a time to get up away from them, run away from the fire into the dark forest, right? So there's symbology in all this in the dark, right? We have to be willing to sit by the fire, to be with something, to trust a natural process. It's a natural cycle of life. And sometimes we think we can't go into our emotions because it's going to be too scary, it's going to hurt too much. But what happens is we just bypass our opportunity to arrive to the next day, to the new moment, to the new light, right? Jesus Christ, I'm 9 minutes, almost 10 minutes in, and I'm starting to give readings based on circumstances and intuition more than even cards. What the hell's going on? Anyway, we're just hanging out. I'm feeling good today. Been having a hard time personally. I am going through so many life changes. I started a business 3 years ago, and it's like was just getting really, really good. And then my business partner just called me a couple weeks ago and was like, I'm out. And I'm like, shit, who am I? Ah, Jesus Christ. Just kicked my camera. Like, who am I? I don't even know who I am anymore. So these tarot readings have been a way for me to share a deeper portion of who I am. I just haven't figured out a way to make any money yet. Apparently, how to get any viewers either, but it's all good. I'm just being me. You got to trust that being yourself is the right path in anything that you're doing, right? So I'm just here being myself and exploring new opportunities. I went through the dark and I'm like, who am I now? Where am I going? Anyway, so what I usually like to do is this one. I like to pick an Edgar Cayce card. Oh, that's interesting. It's got dark again for whatever reason. I don't know. We'll just hang out in the dark for a while, that's fine. Things don't need to be in focus. Things don't need to be perfect, right? You can still hear me. Is that interesting? You can still hear a voice in the dark. There's that sense still available to us. You can still hear. And I think you still have knowing also, if you're in touch with your inner voice. That can't be blinded. I don't know. I'm just going to be in the dark. So, let's do your Edgar Cayce cards here. We're going to do... Edgar Cayce was the Sleeping Prophet, a very famous psychic in the early 1900s. Early 20th century? Is that what you call it? Interesting. Alright, let's see what your card says. Your point of inspiration today is... Let's go to the knowledge of self is only valuable or constructive when applied in the experience of self. Hence, get busy. Edgar Cayce always has spoken really interesting ways, to the point that a lot of people kind of debate sometimes what he was speaking about, but he was speaking kind of in terms of a deeper kind of spiritual self, not such a surface area. So the knowledge of self is only valuable or constructive when applied in the experience of self. Hence, get busy. So self-knowledge is great to have, but it's even better to act on. So what have we gained? What have we learned? What did we pull out of the dark to move forward with? I can't tell you how many frickin' Aquarius I've had in my life over the last 3 years. They're just they're falling out of trees. Get busy. It's springtime. We're un-COVIDing to a certain degree, right? It's time to get busy, Aquarius. What are you gonna get busy with? What are you gonna get busy with? A lot of new energy. I think you've been collecting stuff in the dark. And now, with all this new information, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, AQ? So this will set the tone for our reading here. The knowledge of self is only valuable or constructive when applied in the experience of self. Hence, get busy. I see you dancing. I see you getting your swagger. Like, my daughter taught me how to do the nene yesterday. Thought it was kind of fun. Oh, still in the dark over here. God damn, I'm in the dark. I got this whole setup, expensive camera, and I'm just in the dark. But if I block the light here, maybe something's gonna happen. Yeah, so you do the whip, and then you back up and you do the nay-nay. You guys know how to do that? You know the whip, and then the nay-nay. Anyway, my Gen Z daughter thought it was hilarious and had to take a video of it. I'm sure it's all over TikTok right now or something. I have no idea what the kids are up to. Anyway, time to do the whip and the nay-nay. If you're old like me, that's cool. If you're younger, then do whatever dance is cool now for you, which might be something I have no idea. I'm sure it's probably really nasty and bootylicious, but I don't know. What would I know? It's Tuesday, 12:49. Getting dark again. Let's do your reading, huh? So, the knowledge of self is only valuable or constructive when applied in the experience of self. Do something for yourself. Act on what you've collected. And it's time to get busy, y'all. That's your general message from Edgar Casey. Coming back from I don't know, maybe he gave that reading, I'm going to guess, in the 1930 or something like that. But according to Edgar Casey, he says, it's time to get busy, y'all. Let's walk through life together. Where are we going? I don't know. On that note, Aquarius, ba-boom. Here is the cards. I always like to do a little propeller spin here. Tuning in to Aquarius. Aquarius, why are you so curious? What have you been so curious about? What have you been developing within yourself in the dark? What realizations have come to you that you can now act on in the springtime of your life? 2021, mid-April. Aquarius, what are you so curious about? All right, so we're swinging, swaying, spinning. Aquarius, do you want to hang out with me? All right, I better check my stream. Am I actually streaming? I am streaming. Look at that. There I am. I like to check my stream. Yay, look at. I'm a person. All right, well, good thing I figured out what I'm doing. I'm supposed to be working right now. At least in my mind, I say that. But this is what I want to do. I'd rather do this. I'd rather just get online and start streaming garbage for everyone. Hey, you know what? I met Ray Bradbury before he passed on, and one of the things he said to me, which was really cool, is he said, "Don't do what you hate." Well, he didn't say that to me. That's one of his quotes, but I did meet him. He's a cool guy. Don't do what you hate. His philosophy was he was going to be a writer, and so he just wrote and ate beans and till it all worked. So just do what you love, stick with it, and keep it real. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius. Let's see what your cards are saying. It's just funny to me. I've put so much effort into getting my stream looking better, and I look at my videos from like a year ago and they look really good. This looks like absolute garbage. I don't know. I had a Blackmagic 2K set up with this custom filter set up, and then I had my iPhone on the cards. I had good lighting. Man, shit, I even shaved back then. But now it's like auto. Jesus Christ, that card went fucking flying. I don't usually play flying cards. Now that's freaking absolutely stunning, because that card was the exact same card. I'm gonna say that's the top of your deck, because that was just BAM! Oh, we got Pink Moon in the house. It says I have to sign into chat. I have no idea what I'm doing. Anyway, hello, Pink Moon. Are you an Aquarius? We got Two of Wands blasting out as the nature of your reading. Looking at your options. I've been noticing this theme with a lot of people lately, which is Spring is here. Spring is symbolically here. Spring is astrologically here in the sense that we just move through a really, really deep time of introspection globally. And now it's like, what are my options here? Who am I? What will I be doing? Where am I going? What does Aquarius look like moving forward in life? You're a Taurus. Man, I love Taurus. Taurus is my favorite sign. I'm a Virgo, but Taurus is like, get down with the Taurus. I'm actually doing Taurus reading next. So if you want to hang out with me, then you can turn on your notifications. And in the next 24 hours, I'll have a Taurus reading dedicated to Pink Moon for being my only friend. Yeah, we're just popping off over here. So we got Two of Wands, nature of reading. Let's see what is influencing this. Is the King of Pentacles. You want to make your mark in the world, Aquarius. And then we got Ace of Wands in your spiritual position of your angelic self wanting to share a message with you and being like, yo dog, get your act together. This is how we're going to do it. I'm going to slide all this over so we can get a few more cards in here. I got this little webcam for like 20 bucks. Goes over my table. Looks like crap, but it works really easily. Yay, thanks Pink Moon. I appreciate it. I mean, I don't know. Everyone's like me. I'm just trying to do my thing. All right. Okay. Upcoming near future. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Your attitude in the situation. You don't think this shit's rolling, but it's rolling. It's rolling right there. You want it to roll. Your environment, there might be a benefactor or someone that is going to step up and support you. Greatest hopes and greatest fears is your emotional balance with your resources. And outcome is Knight of Cups in reverse. What's influencing this? So it's just about getting a little more grounded. Actually, interesting enough, this is your kind of Taurus energy. So getting a little more like the Taurians, like Pink Moon knows about. Getting grounded. So why is this cup not being full yet? Being grounded. Oh, you got another one. Reverse. So there's something about learning how to connect with others to really get your resources and needs met. So let's tune in here and see what the hell's going on. I am gonna flip over. I just like changing screens because I feel like I've got my own TV show. Welcome to my TV show. Yeah, we're just hanging out. So let's check this shit out. I gotta tune into this mofo. So we got Two of Wands. This is the nature of your reading. I just gave you the kind of the quick little yin yang real quick as I was starting the reading. Okay, Two of Wands. Two of Wands. Two Wands. Discovery. What's coming next? The future. Future plans. You've collected a lot of stuff in the dark. How we're moving forward here. King of Pentacles influencing it right over the top. And this is, you know, finding your sense of security, your power, discipline, abundance. You're wanting to generate this new vision of who this person is, right? So anytime we reinvent ourselves or the life or the world like tears us back down to reinvent ourselves, we have to then kind of plan our strategy, right? It's like a gardener. You know, we got to sit down, we got to be like, okay, I'm going to plant some soil and you know, pick my seeds, pick what time of the year and all that stuff. So when you're planning who you are, your next steps, you know, you gotta like have some wisdom behind what you're doing and where you're going, right? So you're really looking to create your empire based on your new reality, right? And it's a great time. This is what's happening right now. It's happening for Pink Moon. It's happening for all the signs. Everyone's like, dude, it's like the crab coming out from under the rock, and everyone's like, yeah, let's do this. Everyone wants to party, but before you go party, you got to make sure that you're putting your new costume on, your new identity on, and we're figuring out what that identity is right now, right? So coming up from the highest, okay, so this placement up here, this is your spiritual placement. This is your divine self, your angelic self that has a message for you. And Ace of Wands is all about inspiration, you know, and new beginnings and new potential. So what this message is from your higher self is a message of really allowing yourself to use your imagination and your fantasy and really digging deep inside yourself to see what you want to create, right? Like, who am I? Who could I be? Am I silly? Am I fun? Am I changing the way I look? Like, what am I doing? How do I create my new empire? What does my new empire look like? Because it can be really easy to just look in the past and be like, well, I used to have something I could rely on, you know, I had a whole structure and now it's gone and now I'm depressed and blah, blah, blah. And you're forgetting that you are the master of your reality, that you're the creator, and that you've been gifted this opportunity to have fun again, right? To play, to, you know, create your new reality. So your divine self is saying, don't be scared, go have fun, go play, experiment. You can have many personas, right? Now, in the recent past, you have the Nine of Swords. So this is a lot of mental distress. This is coming out of a lot of holding on to things mentally. You can see this person here is like up in the middle of the night. You know, this is something we can all relate to. You know what I mean? So, okay, dude, I get so distracted. I'm the kind of, oh, you gotta sign in the chat. I want to say something. It's like, no, you can't. Okay. Anyway, this is an easy one to relate to, right? I mean, who hasn't done this? You're up in the middle of the night and you can't get to grips with your mental space. Now, I mean, that could also be that you just drank a Frappuccino before bed, right? That's not going to help. But if you're clear on your use of stimulants and you're not overly stimulated and you're still feeling this way, there's some mental tension that's grown to, it's not 10 yet, it's not completed. This is like, I feel unresolved. I can't, you know, get out of this mental space, you know. But now your divine self here is like, yo, dog, chill on that. Why don't you roll up and start having some fun again and using your imagination to see what you can do, you know. Like, one of my biggest fantasies is to have a trapeze in my backyard, you know. Can I do it? Probably not. Do I want to? Yeah, that'd be fun. Down here is your subconscious state. This is what's motivating you from a subconscious state. This is what you're not conscious about that's really driving this force, right? And the Ten of Pentacles is, you know, really having the resources and the abundance to have a solid family structure, right? And that could be a sense of family. It could literally be family. It could be a family that's kind of been brought together, right? So it's whatever that means to you, but it's that sense of structure and foundation, right? Now those pentacles, all those pentacles come from hard work, right? They come from clear intention, right? Masculine and feminine principle is masculine intends, feminine brings something to full fruition. So your masculine side, as it's exploring and choosing what it intends to do, needs to be very mindful that whatever it intends has consequences, right? So that's how you balance masculine and feminine energy. It's a creative force. So here you are, you want to be the baller, but you want to be the baller based on, you know, your true most, at least for you, I'm getting this almost playful nature that wants to come out that has been somewhat dormant. So how do I be, you know, the gangster with some swagger and, you know, I'm seeing like 50 Cent, you know what I mean? Big old smile, he's got swagger. I mean, how can you not love that teddy bear, you know? So what's really driving this is you do want that sense of foundation again, and you've had to kind of go through or the processing of the emotion of not having that up until this point, or it changing into a new form, right? So coming over to the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, this is kind of like what's coming up in the future. And this is a major arcana card. So the Wheel of Fortune typically is a big shift of things, you know. So in the reverse position, it can be, you know, basically the sense that there's something out of your own control, the kind of the shifting of time and space and life, you know, and that's something that's a natural part of life, and things change beyond our control. It doesn't always, it rarely or never fits into the way that you see it or the way that you think you want it to be, right? So it changes, life changes, and there's really nothing you can do about it except for your attitude about the situation, you know, and it really pushes you back to yourself. It's a lesson about your own inner reality and your own inner abundance, right? If you want abundance out in the world, you want swagger, you want to be a gangster, it's going to be a reflection of that inner abundance that you create within yourself. So you got to like really work on your own crib, and when I mean crib, I mean your inner crib, right? Like who you are on the inside, and really create that abundant space and be this gangster King of Pentacles first within yourself, right? So that's like monitoring your thoughts, monitoring your spending, balancing things out in a manner that you've got a solid foundation. It doesn't mean just money. It means being able to use your resources. You know, resources is sometimes money, but sometimes resources are your thoughts, you know, your friendships, you know, it's what you have available to you. And are you squandering those resources, or are you using those resources, you know, with mindfulness, you know? Which brings me to the Knight of Pentacles, which is your attitude in the situation. And the Knight of Pentacles in the upward position is this real fast forward movement of resources going out, you know. And so your attitude in the situation is to be more conservative, you know, which is fine. But it's important to recognize that it's not just finances, right? This is learning how to conserve and reserve your own personal energetic resources, right? So you're not just kind of like giving it all away and you're tired all the time trying to find a sense of happiness outside yourself when it's all inside you, right? It's managing your own resources, right? So you're in your environment, you have the Emperor, which is really interesting. So that means there could easily be a benefactor around you, someone with an opportunity, someone with some guidance, somebody who can really help you get clear about your intentions or what you're doing. Greatest hopes and greatest fears is the Queen of Pentacles. So, I mean, this is like, you know, I'll never find that emotional balance with my own resources. How am I ever going to survive? Blah, 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 blah. Well, those are just your greatest hopes, greatest fears. So, you know, or finding that, you know. Outcome card. Queen of Cups. I'm sorry. What is it? I can't read it. Knight of Cups in reverse. Knight of Cups in reverse is, you know, a little bit of comparing ourselves to others, right? That we're still, you know, like the reading started at the beginning, is that we're going into the dark to kind of really see what this is all about, right? But we have to, we're not whole until we go into the parts of ourselves that haven't been really explored or discovered. And it's fine. We all have to have a certain amount of shade to survive in the sun. If you walk out in the sun all day, you're going to die. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's all understandable, but there comes a time when you've sat too long in the sun and you need to continue on your journey, right? So basically what this is saying, or what I'm picking up here, is that there's comparisons or possibly even jealousy in extreme situations in regards to how you see yourself in the world out there and how you want things, but you're not recognizing necessarily how to arrive at the point that is going to give you what you need. It's not about making more money. It's about managing your own resources within yourself, you know, knowing when to give, knowing when to take, being there for yourself and being there for others. We don't want to be there for others just to get a sense of belonging and then like shortchange ourselves along the way, right? So what's influencing this is the Queen of Wands. You want to feel beautiful, you want to feel grounded, and then also this kind of lack of partnership that has been kind of hanging over you. You really want a sense of emotional fulfillment with someone else, and when you don't have that, and you want to feel beautiful and you want to feel nurtured, it's not an appearance thing, it's something that you generate from deep within yourself. So let's pull some other cards here. Now this is great. So to clarify, I got the Three of Swords in reverse. So that's coming out of the heartbreak, coming out of this sense of sorrow that you've been carrying for a long time. And like I said, you know, like I remember, here's a story for you that I think might be useful, is when I was a lot younger, when I get into relationships, they were very emotional, you know, and very like fiery, right? And it was difficult. Here, let's go here. Hey, I'm still in the dark. Anyway, it was really emotional for me, and I couldn't pinpoint where the emotion was coming from. I really felt that if somebody left me or if it didn't work out, I was really being abandoned, you know? And it really felt the sense of abandonment about things, you know? And I was talking to my mom one day in my 20s, and she's like, you just need to take care of yourself. And I didn't know what that meant, but she meant that in a very practical way, you know, like you just need to like cook for yourself. You need to pay your bills. You need to make sure you have a home. You know, you have to make sure that all these that you're exercising, that you're drinking enough water, that you're stretching, that you're calling a friend to check in on them, you know, like basic life balance shit, you know. And when I was younger, you know, I got such a high out of my partnerships, you know, that it was so easy to bypass all that and feel this sense of warmth and comfort with someone else. But then when they would take off, then I was left feeling incomplete, you know? So, and that's all that means by managing your resources, is taking the time to really make sure that all those components of, you know, the basic human needs are there, you know? So not looking for someone else to do it for you, but just really feeling, you know, that sense of gangsterness deep inside. I mean, this is the influence of what you're looking to create, is you want to be the gangster, you know? This is the King of Pentacles. Look at that dude. That guy should just hop up and start rapping, dude. Look at that guy. You know? So that this is what you want. This is who you're redefining yourself to be. Well, just know that, you know, it's managing your own inner resources that's going to take you there. So it's springtime, Aquarius. Yeah. Anyway, who's hanging out? That's your mid-April. I call it mid-April because that's when I'm doing it, but it's really just for whenever you get it. Oh God, it's okay. It's 111. It's all the ones. Oh man, I gotta work today. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. You're not the only one recreating yourself, starting from scratch. And how funny is that? This whole reading was in the dark. Right? It was the theme. It was a real strong theme at the beginning. And I didn't do jack shit. We come out of the reading and look at the camera. We're right back to the goodness. So I think, you know, I'm just getting a strong message. You know, it's just hang out by the fire. You know, look for, you know, we're multifaceted beings. Just because we find one facet of ourselves that isn't being of service to ourselves doesn't mean that's who we are or threatens our identity. We don't want to identify with all these little behaviors as who we are, or we're too reluctant to be honest enough to look at them and change them, you know? We're not our thoughts, we're not our feelings, we're not our emotions. You know, they teach this in Buddhism, you know? We're consciousness. We're watchers. We're watching phenomena. We're watching thoughts that are transient. They arise and they descend. They go away. So how could that be what you are if it arises and descends? The only thing that's persistent is your own consciousness. Even as memories fade, even as life changes, you know, we've always had our consciousness. ever since we can remember, right? And who's to say that that consciousness doesn't exist before or after that simply because the biological memory functions cease to exist, right? Come on. So there's no need to identify with behavior and being self-protective of it. You know, you see other people, you see what you want to be. Well, be it. Cultivate it inside yourself, right? You're already perfect. Well, I'm gonna write. I gotta write some copy for a musician. Whatever. It's a new time. Get out there. Don't be comparing yourself to other people. Use your imagination, use your creativity. Imagine what you can do. Did you know, Aquarius? Did you know, Aquarius, that your house, which is I got a little chart here, 11th house of friendships, socialization, is about groups, friends, social awareness, humanitarianism, technology, hopes and wishes, and the future. That's where you at. Aquarius are innovative. I don't know, I've heard it. People say it in strange ways. Admired, liberated, revolutionary, eccentric, perverse, and unemotional. The body part associated with Aquarius is the ankles. And as you should know by hearing that you are revolutionary, your planet is Uranus, or I should say, since we did hear the word perverse, you should know your planet is Uranus. We having fun here? And of course, air. So I'm just going to leave it at that. You're contrasted by Leo. Just going to leave that at that also. Aquarius, thanks for hanging out with me. Yeah. Thanks for joining me on my journey of finding out who I am and trying to be honest and real. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And I don't care if you like and subscribe. And I do care, but I'm just saying I'm not going to beg for it. Because it's not like this is all that high quality. I don't do videos all the time. I don't do videos for all the signs. Why would I? Have you ever hung out with a Gemini? I mean, just talk for like 10 minutes and then they just lose interest and turn into a gremlin and hide off. Like, I don't relate to that. But maybe I just haven't experienced the highest expression of Gemini either. I don't know. Sagittarius? They seem to like me, but I still don't get it. Similar to Gemini, like very fun, and then like they're just kind of not, they just disappear. Like, did I do something? All right, well, I am going to get to work. Hope you guys have a good day. It's Tuesday. And thanks for joining me. Should I put this up? Bye.